Good grief. Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Should I put that up here? Zube here. There's a lot going on. I don't even know if this is going to be a general reading per se. This is just going to be me shooting the shit mostly. And I think I'm going to have some like changes going on. And I mean, with regard to all this stuff, because like who doesn't have changes going on right now? But I might be moving to a different platform, and it doesn't matter because it's not like I'm super famous at all, or even have that many followers. And usually the people that do watch, I think, come from somewhere else. But I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want to go. I haven't been posting much on here, and it's back in August. It was super weird. I got a community strike because something I don't really talk about much controversial shit, but something that I do is when I do readings, sometimes I'll upload them to YouTube and then share the link as like an unlisted. I don't do private. There is a private option. I wonder if it would have happened if I had done that. But anyway, I'll send an unlisted link. That way, if somebody wants to share it with their family or their friend or whatever, they can share it. And if they're doing the reading over Zoom on their phone or something, and they can't really record it, they can do it that way. And in August, like a reading that was like 6 months old, maybe even longer. I don't even know what we were talking about in the reading. But like I said, it was unlisted and shared. It might have had like 2 or 3 views, but it got a strike and I really, I don't support uh like limiting free speech. I just fucking don't. That's where I stand on that. So I've been feeling kind of gross about YouTube in general. For me, it's just fucking easy. Like, I don't care about getting popular or whatever. I just want somewhere to put stuff that's pretty easy, and I liked that I already have like people on YouTube that I like and all of that, but I'm thinking of just moving away from it altogether. I absolutely adore Russell Brand, and I know he's going on Rumble. I have like an account on Locals. I have an account on Rumble, but I've just never really made the move. And I might start asking for suggestions from people. Actually, if anybody watching has one, let me know what you think. I think Rumble and Locals are even somehow affiliated. I was also going to look into Patreon, and I think that Patreon, like, I don't want people to have to subscribe to see my stuff, although it would be kind of cool to have like subscription options for some things. And I know that we're fucking lazy and we like to go to Facebook and YouTube. I know this because I'm right there with you. Like, I'm a creature of habit. I don't like a bunch of apps on my phone. But I was thinking, I miss the days of blogging. Like we moved away from that. And I know that anytime I put anything, even when I post a YouTube video on Facebook, people don't want to leave Facebook to go to the YouTube video. But I don't care. I think if somebody is meant to or wants to find me, you will. And that's how I operate. Like I'm also, I never ever approach anyone. And I may have in the past in the earlier days, or I may throw things out like, hey, does anybody want a reading? Or I might put stuff. So it's not that I don't um advertise, right? I put my shit up in public, but I'm not, I don't ask people, hey, do you want a reading? I just don't work that way. Somebody's got to feel called to ask for a reading. And I've actually had people who've known me for forever, and they'll finally get a reading or something like that. And they'll be like, why haven't you ever asked me if I wanted one? And I'm like, you have to ask. Like, that's part of, it's how I co-create with the universe. Like you got to want it, baby. Oh, do you hear that? Banging my knee on the drawer. But anyway, there have been some things that I've been toying with. Honestly, it's mostly that I don't know what the fuck this I'm doing here. Like, I know that I'm doing a thing, I'm doing many things, but there's this part of me that wants to organize it and make sense out of it. And then there's another part of me that is like, what if this is a new way of doing things? What if I actually restrict or limit it when I try to mold it too much, Um, so anyway, but long story short is just I'm not a real big fan of, I just feel some big shifts are coming my way where I'm gonna sort of like put some action where my thoughts are, and one of those is that I'm just not real fond of YouTube at this moment, but I am pretty much like that is my social media of choice at the moment. So let me pull some cards. But anyway, and long story short, I had to go back and I just went back and deleted a bunch of videos that I wasn't sure exactly what the content was, because if you get more strikes, and I am not conscientious about that at all, because I have spent my entire fucking life, I feel like, watching what I say, being really careful how I talk, how I present things. It's an issue I've had, and that was reinforced, in relationships and situations and work life, whatever, partnerships. So I don't like to feel like I'm walking on eggshells when I'm talking, or like I'm worried about saying the wrong thing. And that's the case in a lot of things for me, like even a lot of the PC stuff. And I've been a pretty diehard like Democrat my whole life, and I'm not anything right now. I'm not affiliated with any party. I'm affiliated with the Sovereignty Party. The Sovereignty Party. Shut up. That's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to pull some cards. Today is November 1st. We're in the middle of eclipse season. Let's look at the chart here for a minute. And plus I really just want to, I think that my channel is going to be more of I'm Zube. This is my story. Like, I'm gonna share about it's sort of like a video channel about my life, and I just so happen to love tarot and astrology. That's what I've been thinking about a lot, because I don't so much want to just be about content, because I'm so diversified right now that I can't really figure out how to organize that content, and it could be that nobody wants to fucking watch that bullshit, and that's fine, because it's a lot. This is a lot of, I'm just growing a lot. I think that the lessons I'm going through are very useful. Some of them are interesting, and I think other people can get something out of that, but also I get something out of it, there's a creative flow that happens when now that I'm accustomed to being on YouTube, and I don't care so much about the presentation of it, but I'm used to it. And there's sort of a creative channel that comes through for myself, and whether or not anybody else gets something out of it, that's up to them. Maybe it's going to just be, let's get ready to rumble with me, myself, and I. And that's necessary also. So yes, we are at, oh, wrong. We're at November 1st. We're in eclipse season. This is kind of in Scorpio. There's loss. There's a lot of especially relationships, friendships. The economy is just a shit show anyway. So we have the moon just came off of a square with the sun. Yeah, today's kind of angsty. It's a little bit angsty. So I'm just going to bust out some cards and be like, what am I going to talk about next? I wonder if this video will get deleted. That would be kind of funny because that would be my second strike. Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles I like because this is very, so to me, what it's saying, all right, he's holding on to, he, she, it, whatever. They're holding on to their coins. And it can mean one of two things. Either there's a need to hold on and protect what we have so far, but it's only the Four of Pentacles, right? We're not even halfway through the journey of the Pentacles yet. Are we clinging? And when we're clinging, we don't, our arms are not open to receive. So like for example, when I'm thinking about this, for me, what I was just discussing, it's like, no, I have my YouTube, I have this stuff all figured out, I do my things, and I know my things that I do. And do I want to make a change? You know, change could mean loss, right? But that's I don't have to think like that. Changing things up and letting one pentacle go means that I'm open to receive things in other ways. So it keeps the energy moving. I even have done this in the past where I'll go and dump all of my YouTube subscriptions and then start watching and kind of resubscribe to things because it's keeping that energetic flow. Like, I don't want to be in an echo chamber. I don't want to consistently be getting the same input from the same people. You know, not everybody is, I don't resonate with the same people all the time. So this is keeping things flowing. Now, if you are like completely loosey-goosey already flowing and you don't know what the hell is going on, or if this is talking about your finances and you tend toward overspending, this card is like, you might want to dial it back a little bit, and hold on to what you have that is of value. But the card does say that you have things of value. It's just sometimes we have to let go of some of those things so that we can receive other things. Or if we just if we just shit the value like right on through our sphere, whatever, us, like, just, if we don't value anything, if we don't hold on to anything and be grateful for it or acknowledge that we've got these things, and we let them go through too quickly, then it doesn't accumulate, right? Ooh, interesting. I really like this. I really, really like this. And it is for me, but it might be for you too. So we have this one. We are here. Are we clinging too much, or do we need to let go so that we can receive? On the external, we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is throwing a lot of wands up in the air, lots of things going on. Quick wands are action, you know, that's fire energy. So there's momentum, there's things moving, but like the wands are in the air. We don't want to grab a wand out of the air and like rethrow it, right? And now I'm making fun of myself. Like, do I want to grab the YouTube wand out of the air? That to me is a different story. It's a principle thing. And I just haven't really felt confident making videos since then. So, but this Eight of Wands is like launching different things, because you never know what's going to land. They're all eight of them are going to land in different spots. So that's on the external. And then above, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles is, I love that it's, so this is as spirit sees it, or as God sees it, looking down, more the objective view, right? Oh, whoa. Here's the Four of Pentacles. We're worried about these Four of Pentacles. And the number 4 always means a foundation. But then when you have the number 8 is about abundance and prosperity, because that makes it a two-dimensional structure. That's where the kind of the numerology with the number 4 being about foundations comes in, because then when you have 4 points here, 4 points here, and you have a three-dimensional structure. I think I said 2 before, but he's working away. And so the way that spirit sees it, keep going. This is having something to show for what you're working for. Like, God sees that you're doing a pretty solid job. And like, why can't there be more? Like, why am I clinging to the things that I have that are working? This is my experience. Why am I so afraid of launching something new or making a change? And I could even do I don't have to completely be a brat, but I kind of want to be a brat. But I could still post things on YouTube as well. And that's just how I'm interpreting these cards for my story. But is there anything that you are clinging to that actually could be preventing you from growth, that spirit sees the potential for you? And it's like, we have the 4 in here. We're like, well, we have this, I have this. I don't want to let it go. But yet on the outside, we have the 8 and the 8, and the 8s are expansion and prosperity and abundance. It's doubling. Like, out here, we have the potential to double what it is that we're doing. But instead, look at, and I even like how like their head is turned away from this and this. It's like, I don't know. This is really cool. What note should I end it on? I just wanted to share that. So if you do check in here, and if you have a comment or a suggestion regarding other recording things and whatnot, we got a lot. So we got the Fool. Just being the Fool, being trusting, being naive, trying new things, knowing, the dog represents your spirit guide, your intuition, the 10 of Pentacles, long-term prosperity. So remember, without taking risks, you don't get to long-term prosperity. And the Page of Swords is new ideas, thinking innocently. Again, kind of being naive, but with this childlike energy, we could instead just feel dumb or like imposter syndrome. So anyway, I hope you have a great day on Earth, and I'll be sure to give you a heads up if I move. Anyway, have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste. For personal reading, my information is below.